What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for the first episode of Sword Art Online Alicization War of the Underworld. The latest season, the second, or I guess, second part of Alicization. I'm pretty sure they said this thing was going to be like 4 courses. Was this whole season going to be? This whole series, just say, for Alicization. So yeah, man. One thing that took as a surprise is I thought that, this season right here, Sword Art Online Alicization War for the Underworld was going to be, like the first season, or like just SEO Alicization, 24 episodes. So, I checked Mal when I went to, obviously say, I'm watching it, put the episode in, all that stuff. I found that the series is actually only 12. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I looked down to see what's next. They already have a third. There's going to be a third one going to come out in April of 2020. So that's going to be airing in spring. So I guess they're going to be doing some. So I guess they're going to take the break model where they're going to have 12 episodes right in one season. Then they're going to take a break and then air the rest of the series, after like a seasonal break. So I guess that's what they're going to do with this one. But anyway, yeah. So overall, what did I think of the episode? Overall, I thought it was amazing. I love this episode, man. The art animation, though. The art animation, like, say what you will about Able, but my God, when it comes to SAO, man, do they not cheap out on that animation. The animation here was godlike, man. It was fucking fantastic, man. Alicization looked absolutely fucking stunning. This episode went by also really quick, too. I started the episode, watched it, the next thing I know, the credits have already started rolling. They got the ED playing. I'm like, what the fuck? I feel like this episode felt like 5 minutes, It did not feel like a full, 23, 25 minute long episode. It felt like 5 minutes, and it's always a plus in my book. Also, guys, if I sound off a little bit, or a little off, or you hear like a loud noise, me sniffling or anything, because I've, like, for whatever reason, today, I woke up with like this, with like my allergies kicking in or some shit. Got a runny nose right now, and I also got, and for whatever reason, recently, every time I get a runny nose nowadays, that also means that one of my eyes is always like watering up occasionally, and it's super fucking annoying. So if you hear me snuffling, or you just maybe there's a little bit of a longer pause, that's why. So yeah. So if you guys can, please hit that like button, because your boy is suffering here. So, but I'm powered through. So if you guys can, please hit that like button. Yeah. So yeah. Without further ado, man, let's just jump right in. So we start some stuff. We got this shot of a house. And at first I legit thought, wait, we back in SAO, and I think the thing said it was October something 380 is the year. I forget, it was like somewhere in the Octobers, but to get the time frame right. And then we see this house. I first thought that, what the fuck, are we back in SAO? Because it looked like Kirito's house. Kirito Nonsense place back in the first season. Also, guys, I meant to play more of Hollow Realization over my summer break, so you guys have new footage for when Alicization Season 2 aired. I never got a chance to, but I'll try to play more of the game. This next week, I'll try to hopefully get some time, maybe before school starts, before I have to go to bed, before I have to go to school. I'll try and play a little bit more of the game, at least give maybe about a couple hours worth of footage, so you guys have some new stuff to look at instead of the same footage over and over and over. I'm gonna try to do that, guys, but no promises. I barely have enough time to fucking take a shit with college work, so hopefully I'll get that done, guys, so you guys can get to see some new footage of the game, because I'm sure you're tired of looking at the same footage, and hell, I'm tired of looking at the same footage while I'm recording, trying to shoot shit, So, yeah, just a little FYI there, guys. Hopefully I'll get to that, because I do these games, man, but I just don't have the fucking time to play them, man. And yeah, I don't even know if I'll pick up the new. I'll definitely pick up the new SAO game that's gonna be on Alicization when it drops. Which it seems that they're actually it's not going to be a straight up adaptation, because I just saw this trailer for that said like Austin never revealed. So I think it's gonna be like the same deal with the other games where you have your own team, of all the cast members. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that one. We'll have to wait and see when that game comes out, or we can see more details for it. And also, you guys know there was a new trailer dropped for Alicization. I was planning to do a reaction to that one, but since I never got a chance to, and by the time I did start to get a chance to, the anime had already dropped, I was like, oh, fuck it. So I watched the second trailer. I liked what I saw there, and I'm definitely hyped to see what we got here. So anyway, back to the episode. So we see Alice. She's working the gun, picking up some radishes, and then we see Selka. Selka, who you guys know is Alice's sister. She's like, oh, hey, Alice, she's like, hey, One-chan, or whatever, you know, hey, you know, and Alex is like, oh, hey, Selka, you know, what brings you here? She's like, oh, such a nice day. I wanted to come to the Eastern Hill, and I'm sitting here being like, whoa. Did I miss something? Was there an episode I missed? Was there a 15 minutes that got cut here? Why is Selka and Alex acting all buddy? Well, now we know why, but they acting like this isn't the first time. It feels like they've already rekindled back the relationship after what happened. There's no, Alex got kidnapped and was presumed dead for years. But yet here she is with Selka, and you know, and I'm sitting like, we gotta get a flashback or something. What happened? Like, what the hell's going on here? There's some missing pieces here, and we never got the flashback to what happened with Alex and Selka. So, never. We will very easily probably see later on in the series. You know, in a couple episodes, we'll probably figure out what happened with the original interaction between Kirito and not Kirito, Alice and Selka. Because I want to see that, man. Hopefully, we do see it. Because I'm just sitting here like, y'all mind explaining this? Like, what the hell's going on here? But anyway. Oh, she comes in there and she's like, oh, hey, you know, what about Kirito? Let's take him out here. And, you know, she's like, oh, yeah, you know, it's so nice outside. It would be a shame for Kirito to spend the whole day inside. And so from there, we then go over to, we see Kirito. You know, oh, no. Here. So then they played the OP. I gotta say, I love the new OP they got here for Alicization. For War of the Underworld. Would I say it's better than the other ones from Alicization? No, I don't think I would. I don't know if I would go as far as call this the weakest one, but I think I probably would because now great. Lisa, I got a huge bias with Lisa, man. She is one of my favorite, you know, singers of all time, man. I love Lisa. I love her music. I'm a huge fan of her, so I got some bias there. And the second OP was just so fucking fire, especially when they got that updated version. Whoo! That was some hype shit in Alicization. So I would say this is probably the weakest one, but I definitely love what I saw here with the art animation. I gotta say, I loved that massive sweeping shot of like this massive war that's going on. I'm sure that now this is called War of Underworld, so I'm assuming we're going to see that battle and maybe see. Now we know Alice. I'm curious if Alice as well as Kirito and Alice are going to participate in this, or it's just going to be Alice shooting the shit, killing folks with her knockoff Zenpon Sakura. You know, because we know there's some subtle hits at Bleach in this series. We've noticed here, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, so I love that shot here. I love there's also a shot where we saw the Kayaba, where I think it was in Kayaba, right? I'm forgetting the creator of SEO's name, guys, so please forgive me on that one. But we see him, but we see a shot of like the dude that's always dressed in the kimono that's on the outside world, you know, at the shell, I think it's called. I forget. Seriously, I am shit with names, man. I forget everything that happened in the first season, but anyway. So we see him. He's coming in, you know, he's eating some. Then the screen kind of turns over to where you see Aincrad as well as Kayaba. So I thought that was really, really cool. So anyway. What was his name? Akihiko Kayaba. Yeah, I was right. So we see, you know, that was a cool shot there. I love there's also the shot where we see Asuna in her new outfit. I love there's also shot in the opening where you see all the characters that have kind of like been made a part of Kirito, and then it ends with Kirito in the SAO outfit looking behind him. That was some great stuff. So yeah, overall I thought the OP was great, man, but it mostly comes down to the songs. Right? If there was a hyper song, or like if they just brought back Lisa to do the OP again instead of her doing the ED, which is what she did. She's doing the ED for the season. I probably would have called this one was probably the best one, or at least better than the first Alicization OP, man. But anyway, man, enough of me talking about the OP. It was great, and you know, definitely looking forward to seeing that battle because I love that sweeping shot of the war, man. That was some cool stuff. I hope we see and I can't wait to see Austin how she plays there, because first of all, I gotta say, I love her new outfit in Alicization, man. I just can't wait to see her actually, you know, in action and everything. And I can't wait to see what Austin does, how she gets involved in all this, and she's like, fuck this shit, I'm gonna come after you and save Kirito, which I think will be a nice change of pace, because we've seen Kirito save Austin we've only seen Kirito save Austin now, so seeing Austin save Kirito, which I think could happen, I hope that's happening, you know, I think that would be a nice change of pace, you know. That would be cool, man. And you guys know how much I fucking love Asuka. I fuck heavies with that one. So anyway, man, let me actually get back to the episode. So, you see Alice, she puts clothes on Kirito since the man is pretty much brain dead at this point. The man's borderline retarded, you know. So, you know, she puts clothes on him. He's still missing his arm, which I actually completely, like, legit, when I was watching the trailers, I completely forgot he was still missing his arm, you know, because it got cut off when he faced off against the Administrator. Which, speaking of the Administrator, man, Gotta praise the English dub, man. I know I didn't because the series ended up ending before the whole English dub finished, so I didn't top it all of it. But I gotta say, I gotta praise the English dub, man. The one who voices the administrator was fantastic, man. She was great. I loved the final episode with her. Bryce was on his A game, man, with the death of Yuja. The guy plays Yuja was fantastic. The whole Destiny, man, it was some great stuff, man. The emotions were hitting me, especially when they played that that second ED song they played sometimes. Man, I fucking love that song. Oh man, I love SAO Alicization. Like, say what you will about SAO, but my God, they don't fuck around when it comes to music. If there's two things SAO excels at, man, it's music and art animation, because this show looks fucking beautiful. Anyway. So she puts the clothes on Kirito. Kirito's stuck in his wheelchair, and she's about to pull him out and go out the front door. Kirito sends his arm out. He's like, and he's pointing towards his swords. The sword's just 3. Kirito, Yujo's, as well as Alice's. She's like, oh crap, she's like, oh sorry, let me go get them. So she grabs Kirito and Yujo's sword, hands him over to Kirito, and pretty much just like lays him against him on the chair. So the man can't really grab him since, it's a fool, the man's fucking brain dead at this point after everything that happened. At the end of the last episode for last season, or I guess the first part of Alicization, I should say. Anyway, so she hands him over there. She tells him to hold him on tight, so that she doesn't drop. So Kirito pretty much lackadaisically just puts his arm around them and just hopes for the best. So then you see them walk out. We get a flashback. Back to what happened, just to get a little bit more details of what happened right after the episode, because you remember, the episode kind of pretty much ended on a cliffhanger, pretty much, with the first part, with Alice coming down being like, Kirito-kun, so I was like, oh, come on, what's going on here? So we see kind of like the aftermath of it, from Alice's perspective. So she just sees Kirito just drop to the ground, and she's like, oh my God, Kirito, wake up, you saved me, you have to see us through the end, yada, 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 you guys know the song and dance. And then we actually see Alice's mentor show up, because he's in the OP too. But I thought when I saw him in the OP, I thought we were just going to see more of him in flashbacks. But no, the man is alive and well, and we're going to see where he takes place. And he's going to be helping out with Alice and everything, and I can't wait to see more of him. Because I did like him in his fight with Yujo, so I can't wait to see more of him. Also, I wonder if we're going to see any more of Chudelkin, because the guy, I don't know if I mentioned this in my reviews when the dub was airing, and the guy that voices Chudelkin in the English dub, man, is so fucking good. The man was perfect. His laugh is like, just, the man should be voicing the fucking Joker. That's how good he was, man. I honestly love the English dub for Alicization. You guys know me. I've always been more of a dub guy myself, and I just absolutely love the dub for English, for SAO. And I can't wait to watch this season again with the English dub. It's going to be hype. So, Anyway, so she comes up there, kind of consoles Alice. She's like, little one. She's like, uncle, And then we kind of see what's going on with the administrator, with the Integral Knights and everything. So he's with them with the rest of the Integral Knights. We see, the woman, the dude with the red bow guy, and of course the dude with the snake wig. All of them, he says, this is the worst thing we've seen in the Integrity. This is the worst. This is the church has been formed. It tells them that the administrator has been defeated. Is out of the human realm. They're shot. It tells them that Chudelkin is dead. The Senate has ceased to function because those floating heads that were getting like this tubes filled with slop in it. And they just that was some freaky shit, man. When that aired, man, that was some freaky shit. Anyway. Oh man, it's starting to get really late. I'm starting to get a little tired, man. I still got Tsunami tonight, and we got One Punch Man and Demon Slayer making their debuts, which I'm hyped about. That you guys know I'm going to be doing the first impressions of One Punch Man tomorrow, so you guys are looking forward. So, if you guys are interested in that, I'll be dropping tomorrow. Anyway, so yeah, if I sound a little bit tired now, that's why. It's pretty late, really, really late. Anyway, so. Tells him that, because tells him everyone's shot, like what's happening going on, the shields were defeated by 2 rebels, yada 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 yada. You get the point. So they're like, what the hell are we gonna do? And he says, first we're going to recover from the decimated reception of the Integrity Knights, and they're gonna fix up rebuild the 4 empires. And he says they're gonna be rebuilds. They're not necessarily Integrity Knights. And it's just like some of you guys might hate this, but we need you guys to all be a full strength and work together. So if you guys can, give me your strength. So then we have a little flashback back to June 30th, 380. This is after the events of season 3 have already happened, but before the events right here, because Alice still has the eye patch on her. So she walks in there. We see some guys, swinging around some swords. I love she has a pet dragon, man. Like that's something I would love it. If I wasn't a fan soon, I would so want a dragon. Anyway, so she comes in there and goes into like the little loading dock or loading bay, whatever you want to call it, where she parks her dragon. She looks around. I don't know what exactly she's going here for. I'm assuming she's looking for Kirito. I don't know why she left Kirito there, since he's pretty much public enemy number 1 at this point. But whatever, especially when he's like in a coma essentially and is pretty much brain dead. But whatever the case may be, yeah. Anyway, so Kirito, she goes over there. She overhears some dudes talking about how the rebel is still here. That he's in a coma. Yada 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 yada. She also has herself, I wonder if Kirito's hungry, and like. One thing I just hope to God Ricky doesn't do with this season, which I wouldn't be surprised he does. I hope to God one day he beats this habit. One day he beats this habit dead into the ground to the point where we'll never return ever again. It's that the fact of all the girls wanting Kirito's dick. I am so fucking sick and tired of that in this series. You guys know me. I fucking love SAO. It's my second favorite anime of all time, tied with Erase, and I will defend this goddamn show till the day I motherfucking die. I love SAO, but I fucking despise how Riki Kawahara has constantly met every time there's a new female introduced. I am shocked Feeling doesn't want his dick too, in the video games. But then again, he ain't playing the game, so the harem shit is not there. At least with the characters that didn't already want his dick that were already in. Like all the video game exclusive characters like Philia, no. She doesn't want Kirito's dick, at least as far as I know, from what I've seen in the game. But then again, I haven't beaten any of them, so I wouldn't know. Especially Re-Hollow Fragment, which is when she made her debut. Anyway, so I just hope to God it doesn't happen with Alice, although from this, as well as what happened at the end of the episode, it looks like he's going in that direction again. But I hope he's not. I could be wrong. I want to be wrong. Yeah, man, but that deserves the shit out of me, man. I find that shit just hella fucking annoying. Anyway. Little mini ran over. So, as I was saying, so she goes over there, finds Kirito's now at nighttime at this point, and she goes right on her dragon, and they fly off. So then she's like, let's go over to Rudy Village, since that's where I grew up along with Yujo. Next day passes, she's over there, she's wearing a cloak, she has Kirito on her back, and they just make her way to the village. This dude notices her, and she's like, whoa, 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 whoa! Hold on there, pal! Obviously, he's not saying all that, but you guys know me. He's cool, he's holding his hand, he has his hand on his sword, right there on the hilt. And he's like, let me get my southern accent correct. We don't like your kind around these parts. I'm about to say I should. About that, I have been watching too many civil rights movies for my diversity in film class. Because I've been little tangent. Let me talk about this, because you guys, one of my classes I have in college right now this semester is diversity in film. We essentially just watch a bunch of movies that are based on historical periods, as well as some of culture and diversity. For this section, we're pretty much talking a lot about civil rights. I have watched so many civil rights movies this week that, goddamn it, that I'm saying the N-word in a southern accent constantly as a joke while I'm watching the movies constantly, man. I got a problem. Thank God I'm black, so I can say that someone lynching me. Whatever, man. I just a little side thing, just hey, sorry about your boy, but yeah, I've been watching too many civil rights movies. Anyway, so that side note out of this way. So she goes over to the dude, tells her, hey, we don't want you here, we don't accept outsiders here, all that shit. Then he takes a look at her face, kind of looks over, and she notices that's Alice. He's like, no, it can't be Alice. And then she has to see the elder, which the man, because last time we saw him, is rocking a bit of a goatee now, rocking some facial hair, as I am rubbing my fingers against my own facial hair. Anyway, so he's like, Alice, is that you? She's like, yes. And he's like, oh, have you been absolved from your crimes? Yada yada yada. He tells her that, he tells her that that the punishment for his crime was that she lost all her memories from the village, from her time in the village, so she doesn't know whether or not she's been absolved from her crimes or not. And the dude tells her, be gone, what? Obviously doesn't say the whole thought, but he tells her to be gone. They don't accept criminals around here. And that's what the flashback ends. We don't see Celica at all. We don't see the interaction, the initial reaction between Celica and Alice. Which I'm shocked that they didn't put it here, because I feel like that would have been the perfect time to do so. Oh, excuse me. But, you know, whatever. I'm assuming they're going to save that for later on in the series. I'm not sure why. I don't know why they didn't just give it to us now. Because I'm still kind of lost, like, you know, I'm glad Celica and Alice are, like, you know, sister, you know, they're back to their old relationship, but I was just like, can I see the initial reaction? Just, you know, Celica, I'm sure the woman was crying was bawling her eyes out, but still, come on. Show it to me! Show, don't tell, you know? Anyway. So, anyway, we see Kirito, Alice, as well as Celica, they're all in this field, this, like, wheat field, looks amazing. The background of this episode looked amazing, man. The art animation was superb, man. It's great stuff all around from A1. But anyway, so they're right down the field. Alice stops and she asks Celica, you know, hey, what's troubling you? What's going on? And she says, you know, nothing, but that Mr. Barbosa, love that name, asked her to cut down asked her to help him cut down one of the trees during the passage, and she's like, oh, these people are so fucking selfish. They won't let you, you know, live near. They won't let you, Mr. Barbosa and the elder won't let you live in the village, but they have no problem asking you for help when they need it. You know, and she's like, this is bullshit. She has to saying this is bullshit, but you know, that's pretty much the vibe she gets. She just thinks this is all fucking bullshit. Which I gotta agree with. I agree with Celica here, man. Like, they won't let her live here, but they got no problem asking for help. Like, come on. Come on, man. Anyway, so she's like, oh, you know, that's nothing, you know, it's fine. And then Celica says that she's going to finish up her training next year, and then she's going to earn a wage. Probably won't be much, but she says, you know, when I earn a wage, you know, you'll never have to work for these people ever again. And, you know, Alice comes in there, hugs Celica. Nice little cute moment. And she says, you know, that just being close to you is all I need to make me happy. And I love how they transitioned from there and went out of focus and then refocused on Kirito, who's just sitting there on the chair just with his sword, man. I'm really curious how brain dead Kirito will turn out, man. This could be some really great stuff with brain dead Kirito. I look forward to seeing more of it. It's gonna be interesting to see where Record goes with it. Anyway, so after that, we then head over to this little area, this area in the forest, which is where we got a bunch of guys chopping down this platinum oak tree. They're like, you know, they're struggling, they can't really get it. Then Alice shows up and they're like, and Mr. Barbosa's like, oh, Alice, how are you? Good day. You know, I was hoping you'd help me out with this tree. You know, you could do me a solid, help me out just this once, do me a favor. And she's like, okay, it's just this once. And the dude's like, yes, awesome. And the dude sends his hand up for, I'm assuming, a handshake. Alice just walks right past. Alice walks right past him. He's like, church, bitch, you know. So then she does that little like trace the S on her finger to show off the menu. Clicks on the thing, sees the stats and everything. Clicks on the thing, pulls, and then she goes over to Kirito and says, "Hey, Kirito, can I borrow one of your swords?" And you know, he tightens his grip from no grip to a non-existent grip. You know, he just tightens it a little bit more, but she could probably very easily rip him out if she really wanted to. So she kind of like bends down, looks at Kirito, smiling. You know, I can already see the shippers from here. You know, and then he loosens his non-existent grip, and she allows him to grab one of the swords. She takes Kirito's sword, stands in position, puts her hand on the hilt, and then just slices the tree. And everyone's like, "Oh, what did she miss? What the hell's going on here?" And then I love how Alice said this. Oh, the tree's gonna fall in that direction. The tree falls in that direction, and the two schmucks that were over there, like, oh shit! So they run out of there. So that was pretty fun. That was pretty funny, man. And then Mr. Barbosa's like, oh, Alice, you were so good. You know, what if I raise your payment so you can help me once a month? No, once a week. No, once a day. Yeah. And then she's like, stop. Wait a minute. Mr. Barbosa, you know, I'm good. The payment you got me already going on. That was the payment agreement we got. You know, with me working with you once a month is sufficient enough. He's like, shut the fuck up, you bitch. You know, he gives her that same look again. And so she extends her hand out. She's like, pay me, motherfucker. She also didn't say all that, obviously. She just said payment. But I'm like, pay me! Where's my money, motherfucker? You know, where's my money? So he pulls out this little like pouch thing where he keeps his money, and he pulls out, just gives him like a 100 yen coin, essentially what it looked like. And I'm like, she just cut down that whole tree with one slash of a sword. Give this woman some Benjamins! Or whatever your equivalent is to Benjamins. Anyway, so from there, she takes the money, and then we hear Kirito drop to the floor. He's out of his wheelchair, and he's just kind of like crawling, and he can't really crawl to these guys, but he extends his hands out. Alice rushes towards Kirito to see what's up. He extends his hands out to the guys that are holding Yujo's sword. Yes, Yujo's sword, which, that's a big no-no. Alice pretty much flash steps over there, man, and she's like, that's Kirito's sword, belongs to Kirito. Give it back to him. She has her serious stoic voice that she used to have all throughout the first half of season 3, the first part of season 3. I don't know what to call this. I don't know what to call these. Anyway, so from there, she kind of looks at these guys very pissed off and everything, and they're like, oh, we did ask him, and he said it was great enough to give us. He said, stuff like that. The woman puts her foot down, sends shock waves around the area, and she's like, give the guy back his motherfucking sword. And so then they're like, all right, you don't have to look so angry. They put the sword down and go on their leave. She grabs the sword, and they go back to their place. She goes on about this thing about, what did we fight for? What were we fighting for? Why did we fight so hard for all this pain? Typical stuff that you would expect from this kind of stuff. But anyway, so they arrive home. Alice sees her dragon flying around in circles right by the place. He lands, and she's like, oh, hey, buddy, He's like, you got fatter now. Thank you very much. Ate a little too many fishes from the river. And so then he goes over to his nest and takes a nap. Goes to sleep. She's like, good night. They walk inside, and then she notices, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, her dragon was making some noise, but anyway, she goes outside, and she sees another dragon, and she's like, it can't be, and then it's, Eldiray, I think his name was, I'm probably saying it wrong, or I'm forgetting it. He was the guy with the snake whip as his weapon, so he comes down there, and she invites him in, and they talk about stuff. And so she's like, hey, how'd you find it? Because I highly doubt, that, and I know the church doesn't really have enough funds for them, can't afford them sending around a bunch of dragons after me. So, how'd they find me? Tells them, they're like, oh, I found you through our connected souls. That's what he wants to say, but he found her by complete coincidence. He tells her what's going on, about how the ogres, that the goblins and the ogres making some moves now, and that they're trying to stop them. He's trying to he's been making rounds to the cave. So then after his rounds were done, he went back to base, but his dragon was acting weird, so he just let it take it over, and that's how he ended up here. He asks him, he gets up, he's like, I must tell you as my obligation to tell you to get back into that we need you back in the forest, we need you back with the Integrity Knights, we need you more than we need 1,000 men, all that stuff. She's like, no, I can't, man, I can't. He's like, anything, and originally the dude thinks it's because of Kirito, because the man's brain dead, and that she's just hesitant, she can't go because she's trying to take care of him. And he's like, is this the man that has led your heart astray? Then I shall kill him right here and now. And then she's like, tells him to stop, and then she says it does nothing to do with Kirito. It's because of the fact she just can't hold her blade, that she can't just grab her blade anymore. That if they were to clash swords, she wouldn't even survive 3 hits. So Alice has gone down a lot in power since we last saw her back at the end of the first part of season 3. And so he tells him, okay, I won't go any further. He leaves. Also, and this is when the ED starts playing, which is of course done by Lisa. Great stuff, but anything that woman does is fucking fantastic, man. You guys, I love Lisa. Anyway, so she goes over to Kirito, tells it's time for bed, you must be tired. They go over to bed. She puts Kirito to bed. The man's already sleeping. She gets in there, and then this is when we get the scene in the trailer where she puts her arm over him, and she's crying, be like, "Tell me, Kirito, what do I do?" All that stuff. But this is kind of one of the main. This was the scene that got me worried, along with some of the other stuff that happened in season 3. The first part anyway, where I'm like, oh my god, is Ricky gonna go in the same way as he done with all the other females, where they all want his dick? I hope he doesn't go that way, but with stuff like this, it feels like he is. Anyway, so then Kirito starts reacting weird, starts like heavy breathing and shit. And so then she walks outside and she sees that there's a fire going out there. And then we end the episode off with her screaming, Selka. So yeah, overall this episode's fantastic, man. Like I mentioned before, it felt like 5 minutes. Like I started the episode, the next thing I know it was already over, man. It was amazing. I loved it. The art animation was superb. The stuff with Mr. Fuck! I'm already forgot the dude's name. The guy that was asked for Alice's assistance. That stuff was great, man. So yeah, overall I'm going to give this episode a 9 out of 10, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, flag, links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.